So team environment, let's talk a little bit about that. Okay. So again, very, very important. How do we work with teams to create that environment? And what would you think is a good environment to have and how the players should be?
I think again back to that piece of fun, like it has to be something where guys want to show up to the field every day. This game's going to beat you down already, but if you feel like you're going through it with somebody or a group of people, it helps. And nothing feels better than when you're also winning with that same group. So yeah, winning's great, right? Like you want to win. So how do you create a competitive environment? Well, like doing activities where you're competing every day, whether it's playing ping pong or you got cuts and relay drills, but you have two groups going at the same time and you're competing and there's the loser has to, I don't know, pick up balls after practice. Like creating just that competitive environment throughout the day or throughout a practice helps because then it sets the standard of, hey, we're always competing. It's fun to win, but at the end of the day, we're going to come back. We're still going to be a team and we're going to be close. I think another part that is really helpful is when you have a player-led group where they're the ones holding each other accountable. When a guy doesn't run a ball out to first base, and it doesn't need to be the coach coming to that player and be like, "Hey, why didn't you run that out?" But when it's one of your players that goes, "Hey, man, that's I know you're upset. It's not how we do things here," and that sometimes is difficult to get players to that point. So what we try to do as coaches, or what you can do as coaches, is just like say it happens. You go up to one of the guys on the bench and you say, "Hey, like go check on Johnny and see why he didn't run that ball out." And that player will be like, "You want me to do that?" And yeah, I do. So you're enabling that conversation to happen. You're providing the space to do it, and you don't have to be the guy who's always coming down hard on players. So I think you can, as coaches, we can do a good job of noticing when things happen and then providing that space for players to lead each other. And I think that's when you really start to have a positive culture. Now, there's ways to do it.